Okay, welcome back to video number 7. This is going to be the last part of this Surds topic. Rounding off, we've got video 7 for the introduction and then video 8 for recapping of some answers. So just one more video after this. So what we're going to be looking at now today is rationalizing the denominator. Okay, and the questions I want to look at are over here. Okay, let's look at these three for the moment. Just quickly check that is everything.
Yep.
Okay. Right. First question. Before we start question number 1, which says 4 over root 7, what does the word rationalizing mean in the first place? So as you know. Okay, Samia? Okay, now root 7 is the third. It means it's a number that cannot be expressed. It can't be expressed as a whole number or a fraction. At the moment it can't. So by us saying we are going to rationalize it, we're going to change it from being what it is into a whole number. We're going to rationalize it. So the way we rationalize any denominator, and the denominator is talking about which part of the fraction? The bottom. So all we're interested in here is changing this bottom number into a whole number. Okay? And how do we change a third into a whole number? Into like a number like 1 or 2 or 3. At the moment that says root 7. If you were to put that in a calculator, it would give you a decimal point number. I'm going to change that to a whole number. What we do is we multiply the denominator by itself, or in the case of this question, by its image, and I'll tell you what that means later. So first of all, to rationalize a third, we multiply it by literally by itself. So root 7 has to be multiplied by root 7. So what I do to the bottom, I must do to the
top now.
Same rules of when we've done our basic fractions to keep the fraction balanced. So what do we get now? On the top we have 4 root 7. On the bottom we have root 7 times by root 7 will give you root 49, or any root term by itself gives you 7. I'm just doing a little bit extra bit of working out here. So that will give you an answer of 4 root 7 over
root 49.
Root 49 simplifies down to
7.
Because 49 is a square number, and that's the question done. Now you might say, well hang on a second, you've got rid of the third from the bottom and you put it on the top. And my answer to that is yes, that's what we've done. But the idea was to make the bottom number into a whole number, and have we achieved that?
Yes.
We have. So don't worry if you shift the third from the bottom to the top. That's not your problem. In the examination question, we have to get rid of the root 7 from the bottom, and we've done that properly and correctly. Okay? Now this is going to be the simplest type of question you're going to get. We do lots and lots of these kind of questions. They're nice and straightforward, simple questions. The next question will require a bit more attention. Okay. So let's change colour again for the next one. Now here we have what we call here. Here we had one item. Here we have 2 items. It's called a difference. So it's one number, take away another number. Now what do we multiply it by? We multiply this bottom by itself, but with, I call it its image. So I'll show what that means. Okay, so what do you realize there's difference between this and that? What's the difference?
The minus and the plus.
That's right. That's why I call it by its image. You reverse the sign. So same technique as this, root 7 times by itself. We're getting this thing and we're multiplying it by itself. But we're changing the minus into a
plus.
Plus. So we change the minus into a plus. That's the one extra bit that we're doing now. And again, what we do to the bottom, we must do to the
top.
Okay, let's multiply that now. The top part for the moment, because we've got a number time by bracket, I'm just going to leave it as is at the moment. So I'm going to leave that as 3. Okay, so the top part I'm just going to bring it together. The 3 and the bracket, so I'm not going to multiply them at the moment. The bottom part now. Now the bottom part here, I'm going to put brackets around here. Because remember, it's 2 items times by 2 items, so it becomes what we done in video number 6 and 5, which is multiplying a bracket by itself. So we're using the FOIL technique. So let's use the FOIL technique, but this time let's try doing our heads now. 3 times by 3 is?
9.
3 times by plus root 6 is? Minus root 6 times by 3 is?
Minus 3 root 6.
Minus root 6 times by plus root 6 is?
Minus root 36.
Lovely. Okay, I've put a square around the 36, following the same theme throughout my videos. Whenever we get a square number, we put a square around it to indicate that we've found a square number. Okay, I get very happy when I find a square number because we can simplify it. Now, what does the bottom simplify down to? If you look over here now, you have a plus 3 root 6 and a minus 3 root 6. These things are called opposites. So opposite things, when you add plus with the minus, they will
Cancel.
completely off. And minus root 36 gives you an answer of what?
6.
Minus 6. So what's 9 minus 6? 3. So after all that we had on the bottom, we have now left just
3.
3. Okay. And on the top? As I said to you before, I didn't cancel it for a reason. Now you'll see why I didn't multiply it out. Sorry. Why I didn't multiply these ones out. Now, what do we have here? We have, inside here we have a sum. But this item and that item makes a product. If we have a product, we can cancel. So it's this times by this, divided by the bottom. So opposite, so 3 divided by 3 is?
1.
3 divided by 3 is?
1.
So these two will cancel each other out. Because what we're doing here, we are saying this item times by 3 divided by 3. If you times by 3 and divide by 3, you are reversing the operation and cancelling it out. So what are we left with? Okay, let's make it supposed to see the video. One of them.
Nope, you can see it, yeah.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Right, just checking that we can I haven't gone off the bottom of the video. Well, that should give you your answer. 3 plus root 6 is our final answer. Okay. Let's do one more example. And then we should be ready to stop the video, and then you do your questions, and then we recap some of the questions, and hopefully that'll be one good video 1 to video 8 master series on Surds. Okay, are we ready for the last one, folks? Okay, I think I'm going to run out of space here, so I'm going to copy this over here. Sometimes I need you to move the camera a bit to refocus it, please, for me. Right, you got all of me here? Yeah, up to here?
Yeah.
Lovely, thank you, Surds. Right, more space is lovely. Okay, this last question that we're going to do in our example. So I'm trying to cover every style of question that they can give you. Okay. There we go. Now, in the first part of the question we had just a root 7. Second part of the question we had a number and a root. And now we've got 2 roots. Okay, what do we do when you have 2 roots? What do we multiply it by? Does the technique change?
No.
It stays the same. What is the technique? You multiply the bottom by the
Top.
bottom. You multiply the bottom by the bottom by itself. Yeah? So we got root 11 plus root 9, and we have to multiply it by itself. But what do we do that's a little bit different? The difference is here.
Sign.
The plus becomes a
Minus.
minus. So you have to remember that. Why do you have to put a minus? Because you've got two items in there. We're multiplying by its image. Okay? So when we multiply the bottom by, we must multiply the
Top.
okay. So the bottom one becomes a, even though there's no brackets in there, there really is brackets. Because we've got two items times by another two items. Okay, these videos have been running now to the 4th hour. Okay, this class. Hopefully we can finish this soon. Okay, you ready for that, folks? Okay? The top part is nice and easy because you got 1 times by that, so that basically stays unchanged. We don't need to introduce brackets because when you multiply something by 1, it's just itself. So the top part we're going to leave it as it is. Here comes the bottom part. The bottom part we do exactly what we've been doing before. So start with root 11. Root 11 times by root 11 is, let's just go for the answer now. Root 11 times by root 11 will give us 11. So whenever you multiply a root number by itself, it gives you the number inside. Because 11 times by 11 is?
11.
What's 11 times by 11?
121.
121. And the square root of 121 is?
11.
11. So now we got to this part of the video, we can just go straight towards the answer part. A bit more efficient way of doing it now. So now root 11 times by minus root 9. What will that give us? Root 11 times by minus root 9 will give us? Yeah? 11 times by 9 is?
99.
So we've stuck the two roots in together as you did before. When you multiply two roots, you can bring the numbers in together, inside. There we go. Now what's the next one? We got here plus root 9 times by plus root 11, that will give you?
Plus 99.
Okay, that's good. And then we have plus root 9 times by minus root 9. When you multiply a root by itself, it gives you the number inside. So root 9 times by root 9 is just 9. And we got a plus and a minus, so that will give us a net negative answer. So, okay, we're happy with that. Now, what do? We need to simplify this now. These two are opposites, and you'll find out they should be opposite because the whole technique is designed to eliminate stuff. There's no point of doing all this technique and then end up with something more complicated than what you started with. Okay? Minus root 99 and plus root 99. They will get
cancelled.
Because one's minus, one's plus, they're opposite quantity. Then we have 11 take with 9. 11 take with 9 will give us. And the top stays on the top. And we have arrived at our destination. Done. Okay folks, that's the end of video number 7. I hope these examples have got a good variety of questions, that you can understand the different styles with just one item, two root items, a number and a root item, and we've hopefully gone through the technique as efficiently and as thoroughly as we can. Please feel free to pause the video, rewind the video, and I would like to hopefully see you in the next video, video number 8, where we will go through some of the answers that are linked to this question. So the homework exercise, where is it? Okay, right. It's making you look at me. Right, this is the homework exercise. Okay, I'm just going to bring this to the camera until you can actually see it. This is the question that we're going to be doing now for questions. Yeah, it's all in there? Right, that's the exercise we're doing now. So you're going to pause that, copy that down, and do the question, and join us back please in video number 8. Thank you very much.